and welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you have visited before. My name is Angela, and here in this little corner on the internet, I share everything about my knitting, my sewing, crocheting, bead weaving, you name it. I have lots of hobbies. Lately I've been knitting mostly. So I have been sharing a lot about my knitting, but before I start, I always want to thank you if you have subscribed. Thank you if you have watched my previous videos, liked, subscribed, and all that jazz. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And today I wanted to share what's in my knitting bag. So I have shared in my last video and what's on my needle series. I have made a new project bag. I have sewn this one myself. I have thrifted some of the fabrics and I have bought some of the fabrics, and I am very happy with it. But today I wanted to share what's inside. I, like a lot of other people, am a little nosy and I like to watch videos like this. I like to know what people find useful to have and what they carry around and all the tips and tricks. And yeah, so today I figured I'll share mine. I am about to cast a new project. I have almost finished all my whips. I'm so proud of myself. And I figured that I will share with you what's in this bag before I cast on my new project. So let me turn around the camera. Let me show you what's going on in here. So in my bag, I of course have all my yarn, and then I tend to have this little bowl with each of my projects, especially if I am expecting to hold some stitches on standby, like during yoke knitted sweaters, or sweaters knitted with yoke, when you keep your sleeve stitches on hold. I use this old cotton yarn to do that. And then I have my notions bag. I have my pattern. I will be casting on the Felix pullover, and I already added my needles. These are the Knit Picks interchangeable needles. I am very happy with them. I did place an order during, I think it was right before Christmas, and if you have spent, I don't remember how much it was, you got an interchangeable knitting needle set for free. So I did get that. I have my needle stoppers. Got these on Amazon. I think it was a pack of like 8 or something like that. So I have that ready to go. I'm not 100% sure if it will be 5.5. I haven't done a swatch yet. And I think that's it as of what's in the back. And now, well, let's see what's in my notions pouch. So I really enjoy the fact that I can see my things in here. This was a little pouch, I think, for makeup brushes from Eco Tools, I believe. So Eco Tools used to, I don't know if they still do, but they used to package their brushes and their little makeup tools in reusable bags. So this is where I got this one from, and it's packed to the rim with all my notions. So first, of course, I have tape measure, and I bought a little value pack on Amazon. So I have a few of these. I don't always move my notions back into all of my whips bags. Some whips only have tape measure, a pencil, and of course the yarn, the needles that my whip is on, and the pattern. And I think that's it. And a little notebook like this one where I can write if I need to write down any notes that are relevant to the project that I'm working on at that time. And these I got a multiple pack at Walmart. Here I have my needle. They're not called stoppers. I'm not sure what these are called. So in case I need the needles that I'm using for the project that I'm working on for some other project, I can twist them and put these stoppers on so the project just stays on the wire, and then I can use the needles for other project that I want. And relevant to this, I have my little stickers, so I can actually put one of these stickers on and write down in case I'm using a different size of needles than the project is calling for, I can write the size here, stick it on here, and then when I need to put my needles back on, I know for sure which size I need. These stickers I have bought on onlineneedles.com website, and I will add their link in the description box. I have been using their labels for my business since the very beginning, and these labels are really cool because you can take them off easily after no matter how long. Most of the labels, when you stick them on, and then sometimes they peel off like partially, or they leave the glue on whatever you stick them on, but these are easily removable, so I really like them for this purpose. And I'll put them in here. What else is in here? I have a small and a big crochet hook in case I have a wild stitch that has ran away so I can pick it back up, or if I have yarn ends that I want to weave in. I don't necessarily use a needle every time. Sometimes I use crochet hook to weave in my ends. So I have a little one for thin yarns and a bigger one for thicker yarns. And here I have, of course, my pencil so that I can put notes either into my notebook or directly on the pattern. And then I have a little nail file for my nails in case I have little chipped nail. They can be very frustrating when you're knitting and they keep catching on your yarn. Or also, I can use these for my needles. So my two most favorite types of knitting needles are bamboo needles and wood needles. And sometimes they chip. I have one of my Knit Pro. Was it Knit Pro? No, it was my leaky DPNs that I use for my socks. One of them chipped, so I had to file it. And I use either wood or bamboo needles because I am a very tight knitter. I tend to grab my needles really tightly, and even as it doesn't seem so, the wood and the bamboo has a little bit of a give when you work with them. I did try metal needles, and they hurt my fingers really, really bad because they don't have that little bit of a give, and it was really hurting my fingers. So I transitioned to wooden and bamboo needles, and I think personally that bamboo needles for plant-based yarns are absolutely the best because they give you a beautiful stitch definition. The little bit of a grab that bamboo needles have help with the stitches being a little bit more even. Do let me know what you think. Let me know what are your favorite knitting needles and why. I would love to hear it. And what else? Then we have, of course, some needles, sewing needles. If I have to sew pieces together, these are plastic and they came with some kind of a kit. And I think, and they might have been a kit of crochet hooks or something. I don't remember. I also have one metal tapestry needle in here for thinner yarns, and I do tend to use this one the most, to be honest. I would really like to have one of those little wooden cases for my needles. I think they're really cute. I do fear that it would probably not fit into my notions pouch though. And then I have my row counter in here, and I keep it with a progress keeper. I make progress keepers and stitch markers, and I carry them on my website. I have a small business. I am also an herbalist, and I make herbal skincare and salves and tinctures and teas and some handmade goods. And my website will be linked in the description box below if you want to give it a little view. I would love that. And thank you so much beforehand. And this is one of my stitch markers. So I usually keep it on my needle hooked by the stitch marker, and then yeah, I could of course use just the progress keeper, but I just like the stitch marker on the needle better. It's a little smaller than the progress keeper is, and it slides a little better. I love these little flowers. No, that's okay. And then I have my scissors, and I use one of these needle stoppers just to keep the point, the tip safe, because these are really sharp. These are hobby needles, hobby scissors, and they're great for bead weaving and cutting really, really close, because even the tip is super sharp. And then I have another pair of kitty needle stoppers. I love these cute little faces. I got a whole set of these. Every single one of them was different. Oh, there's two more. At Hobby Lobby, you can find, I don't know if they still have them, but I found them in the bead aisle. So they sell them as beads because they have a holes that go through, but I use them as needle stoppers. They're just adorable. So I have these spare ones in here. Here I have a couple of my strands. Just like I said, I use these if I need to keep some stitches on hold. And more needle stoppers. I really don't need all these in here. I don't know why they're all in here, but it is what it is. Then I have my little charger, and this charger is for my knitting light. Okay, so here's my knitting light. You put it on your neck, and then it's really cool because you can aim it wherever you want it. I bought this one on Amazon. This is the brand. The battery lasts a long time, which I love. And then it has two buttons on each side. With one, you turn it on. And then with the other one, you can change the light. You want a cool light, warm light, brighter, less bright. It looks like it has 4 settings. I like the warm light when we drive in and we go in somewhere at night, and my husband is driving and I'm sitting next to him as a passenger and I want to knit. The warm light doesn't bother him as much as the cool light would. So I usually use the warm light. If I am sitting on the couch and I need to see a detail of something, I'm having a hard time seeing it, then I use the cool light. And then in the other one, you just turn it off. So there's my light. And the last bit, it's this little plastic box. And here I have a safety pin in case I need to put just a few stitches on hold. I can put them on hold in here. And then I have my little sock stitch markers. Like I said, I sell these and I make these. So if you wanna see them, the link will be down in the description box. These fit up to a 3mm needle, so they're perfect for sock knitting. And then I have some of my progress keepers, also made by me. These are just cute kitties. I really like this one. I like how it sparkles. So these are metal weaving technique to make these ones. And some stitch markers. So these don't open. Some metal circle. Also made this one. Flower. And then I have bigger metal stitch markers that I make. And I'm not going to bore you with it. It's all on my website. And there's way more to come. And then I have some of these. A lovely lady in Georgetown, Colorado, when I have bought some yarn in her shop, she gave me these. And I love using these to mark rows if I'm doing a pattern where I need to keep track of how many rows I have knitted for, I don't know, every 10, or maybe I need to do a total of 60. So every 10 rows, I would put one of these, and they're easy to place and easy to see. And yeah, that's it. That is everything that is in my little notions bag. I can't believe that all this stuff actually fits in there, but it does in this tiny little thing. Yeah, here you can see it's from Echo Tools. And yeah, if you have something else in your notions bag that I don't, let me know. I would love to hear it. I would love to know. Like I said, let me turn around the camera and say goodbye to you. Yeah, if you have something else in your knitting bag that you cannot be without, and I don't, let me know. I would love to know all the tricks and that you have up your sleeves. And if you think I have something that you didn't think about putting into your knitting bag and you think it might be useful, let me know. And if you would like to see more videos from me, please subscribe, comment, like, and I'm very thankful for your time. And until next time, I hope your life is filled with happiness. Bye.